it's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Hour live stream. In this stream, we're going to start off with our kiln reveal. I just went to the studio yesterday and picked up a load of things that they've been sitting around for a while. So you probably, if you've been following the stream, you're probably wondering what happened. And here they are. I just had to finish a couple other things before actually having a full load to bring over. Anyway, so after, if we have any time after just kind of reviewing the glazes and stuff that I put on these, we're gonna keep working on trimming our heart trinket dishes. So I have quite a few more off screen. But we have quite a few things. I'm very excited about a lot of the things that we got back. Here is a strawberry. I don't think the top is lining up. I think ideally the lines wouldn't matter where you place it and it should be right, but I don't think it quite is. I think that is right. The top is definitely a little wonky. This is just I pinch potted it, so I don't know. It's definitely not perfect on the top either. I think if you threw it on the wheel, you could just make a whole kind of cylinder type thing, and then you just cut this out and then you have a lid. Yeah, it definitely is a little wonky. I've never created a pinched container, so this is the first one, and I do really like how it turned out. And then I put underglaze on the inside, it's strawberry jam on the inside of it. So it was pretty cute. Oh, I just noticed there's a very hairline crack there. Definitely not perfect, and I think you can just barely see some flaking up here. I'm not entirely sure. There's a little bit at the edge. So this is underglazed, and then it has a clear glaze on top. And then I just wipe a bit of the bottom. I do typically put some wax resist on here, but I do have to wipe the bottom a little bit. I wonder, I don't know. I think it has something to do with that. Not all of the bottom is peeling off like that. I don't know. But yeah, this is really cute. I really like how it turned out for just the first go at it. This definitely took a long time to do, and we started it and then did not finish it for months. Yeah, here's our one out of the set of two that I created. This is something I threw on the wheel. I did both of them on the wheel, and I didn't put enough clay. I didn't leave enough clay on the foot, and I slabbed an extra layer and then attached it. And on this particular one, not the other one, but this one, it had some issues, and I was like, oh, I'll put some bisque fix on it and we'll just see how that goes. It's not great inside. If you only look at the inside is perfect. There's nothing wrong with putting anything in here, but the outside is definitely cracked. I think this is definitely probably one of the points where you can see I put the bisque fix and it is fine, but I think more cracking happened on the other side. And then particularly over here, I think once it went through the glaze firing, it showed up, but it wasn't showing earlier, I think. And it's actually coming apart. You can kind of see you could scratch yourself there. So I'm a little disappointed because I thought these were, I was really hoping we could fix this one. It's not too bad. I'll just give it to my cat. She can drink her water from this. She drinks a lot of water, so like it's fine. It definitely isn't something I would want to sell or give to anyone else because it looks bad. With the crack, at least. I love the glaze. This is Georgie's White Cloud over just like an off-white clay. And you'll see this a lot. I use White Cloud all the time. So yeah, we have some others over here. I am really surprised with how this little vase turned out. I love it. It looks so cool. So this is a combination, and it has, so the base coat is Laguna's Nebula Blue, and then on top of it is Lavender Filigree. And then actually both of those are crystal forming glazes. Oh, also again, if you don't know, I fire at cone 6, so that it's like, those are all of my types of glazes. But isn't this just wonderful? There's like giant crystals at the bottom. And then I'm not sure how hard it is to see, but there is a little variation of like kind of like slight pinks, purples, and then blues. And then the crystals are kind of a cream color. Yeah, this is really crazy. I didn't think it would form crystals because I think normally you have to do like some special like hold or something for them. And I fire it at a studio and I can't just be like, hey, can you do this? So I'm really surprised like how this turned out. It's pretty cool. And then I love the other two that we have here. So this one has stripes of different glazes. Trying to get a close-up. What's happening? So the top glaze, we have Amico's Honey Flux. The pink here is Laguna's Pink Ice. We have Georgie's White, and it's a satin glaze. And then on the bottom here is Amico's Oatmeal. I can't remember if there's anything else in the name, but it's definitely like oatmeal. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. And then on the inside, we have Georgie's White Cloud. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Some of these, like this and the cup, were a little bit more experimental than what I usually do. I don't want to like go crazy with experimental stuff. I like to do like a couple and then a couple of just like basic combination glazes just in case something goes wrong. I would hate to do like experiments on all of the pieces that are going into the kiln and then getting them back and like having a lot of bad like it just didn't turn out right and they're just all like bad looking in my eyes, if that makes sense. But I really like how this turned out. It's very cute. We're gonna have to do more stripes and such. This is like so fun. And then I really like how this cup turned out. You can tell like how thick I applied the clear glaze on the bottom of this. So that's definitely like kind of like good feedback for me to know like how much to like put on here. It's not an issue really, but I'm just I don't know. I've just been wondering if I've been putting the clear glaze on too thick. But yeah, I love how this turned out. It is just so pretty. And like when I was looking at it, like the glaze was very weird and chunky and it was like chipping off at spots and I really had no idea how this was going to turn out. I was like, I'm not going to be surprised if there's some kind of issue. But I really love how it turned out. I mean, I would kind of prefer if these didn't like run over here, but it's like fine. I don't really care that much. It is kind of nice. It's a nice touch. So these ones, we have a clear glaze on the inside, and then clear glaze on the bottom portion, and then up in the stripes. I'm not sure if I think I might have done a different thing to the white stripes. It's not in my notes. Sometimes I like write down what I'm gonna do, and then while I'm glazing, something changes and I don't note it. But this is supposed to be Georgie's white satin. It's kind of like falling. I'm kind of wondering if I might have put white cloud on top of it. I feel like I did that because I was like, maybe the satin would be weird because all the other ones are glossy. So that's what I think I did. And then next to it, this pink is again Laguna's pink ice. And then this kind of like creamy one is Amico's honey flux. And then the blue stripe here is just this, it's actually the same as this vase that we have, where it has Nebula Blue on the bottom and it has lavender filigree on top. I was really curious to see like how that would look. And it's just like, it's so pretty when it actually doesn't form the crystals and it starts running down. It just looks like stardust or something. Like, I don't know, it just looks like really magical. It's hard to get to quite focus, but if you can see it, it's just like these little tiny sprinkles that like run down. I think those are actually maybe a little bit prettier than the actual crystals. I don't know. I mean, I do really like the crystals. You can it's kind of like this, what it's doing here or up here. If I can get to like focus. Yeah, it's kind of hard to focus, but I don't know. I just love how it looks when they run like that. So yeah, so that is this cup. This is one of my favorites, and I'm sorry, but I'm keeping this for my personal collection for sure. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep something, so I might have to think about some of them. But this one for sure, I want to keep this and replicate it into a larger cup, and probably more things. Like, I love how this looks with the stripes. This is like it's kind of based off of some inspiration I got from the object enthusiast, Emily Reinhardt. She does a lot of like stripes of different glazes and is very experimental in that aspect, and I really love the work that she does. So I just kind of wanted to do this like in my own way with my own glazes, and I love how this turns out. So sorry, I'm gonna be keeping this for my personal collection, but I definitely will be making more things with these glaze combinations in these like stripe colors, because it is just so cute, and I love it. I love it. All right. Here is a fun surprise. We have our little cake trinket dish. It's maybe a tiny bit more red than I would like it to be. I think it's supposed to be the same as this red. I definitely did a lot of weird things trying to get this red. I definitely didn't use just one underglaze when I was layering them. I did 5 layers of each color, and I think I I put in like a pink, and I don't know. It's a little bit darker and a little bit more bold than I wanted it to be. It's fine. I think as like this is definitely more of an experiment, I think as an experiment, it turned out well. It definitely could have gone worse. I feel like it could have gone better color-wise, but it definitely could have been worse. And the yellow here for the sponge cake was, those were different, a couple different layers, and I mixed like 3 underglazes together. So that definitely could have gone off the rails. It could have turned more orange or like a greenish yellow, or who knows. But it does look kind of like a sponge cake. I would prefer it to be a little bit lighter, but I'm pretty happy with it overall. I don't love like the like strawberry strokes I put in here. I'm not entirely sure how I would do this differently, but it's kind of fun. I don't know. I like it. All right, and then we, I think we were working on this in the live stream. No, I think I just mentioned it on the live stream that I like ruined it and had to completely redo it. Yeah, that's what happened. But on my Instagram, I actually made a video of just like little snippets of me brushing the underglaze on here, and then for this one and the cake dish, these have underglaze with a clear glaze on top. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I really was not sure how the colors were going to look on this. The only ones that are straight up out of the bottle underglaze colors is the orange and the green. The other ones have different layers of colors making them. So I think the pink has 2 different types of underglaze colors that created this. Same with the yellow down here and the more like reddish color we have there. I love how this turned out. This inspiration comes from, I think it's Alex? Okay, it's either Alex or Alexa. I can't remember. Proba. She has really great abstract kind of floral art, and I just love it. So that's where my inspiration came from, this. And I'd love to make more pieces that are in this inspiration. I just kind of wanted to test out how those underglazes would look first. All right, and we have our, I think this is our third paint palette. This one actually came out a lot better than the other ones because this was in a different firing than the other two. The other two were, I don't know. It's like, I'm not sure what exactly happened to them, but I might have to apply some more glaze to them and then get them refired. I asked the studio and they said they're okay doing that. I think some studios are not. I think this one turned out good. I'll have to test it. This has such small wells on it because it's made for watercolor painting. So I'll have to test it out with some of my watercolors and see how it is. It's supposed to be, so this is Georgie's white satin. So it's not supposed to be glossy. But it's not supposed to be like completely matte either. And there are little like spots in here. Like over here it's like kind of like rough. I don't know. I kind of I'm not loving how the paint palettes are turning out. Like they need to be a lot more like uniform in like the glaze application. Like, I don't know. They're just like weird little bumps everywhere. I'm not totally happy with how they're turning out. This one's definitely the best. The first one I did, the coating was perfect, but the wells were not very deep. So there's just like that slight issue with that one. Oh, right. And we have a huge surprise with the next couple dishes that we did. So here we have one of them. So with the next, so this one and the other 2 dishes I'm going to show you real quick here. These ones, I wanted to try out a new technique, and I'm very sorry, I didn't write down what glazes I put in here. I can just guess what went in here, but I feel like even if you did this, like maybe it wouldn't turn out the same because it was like kind of random. So what I did was I have these plates. They have a bit of a rim here that kind of like folds upwards. So what I did was at the same time, I think I had some glazes in little cups. I think I added a little bit of water to them, and then I poured them in at the same time, and then just kind of like swirled them together and such. This definitely over in here, that's for sure my Georgie's Pacific Blue. It's a Celadon, and it does have this very distinct transparent look to it. This it's like cream and like kind of like orange off to the side. I think that might be oatmeal. The Amico oatmeal, possibly. Because it has like those kind of like same like speckles that the oatmeal has. Not entirely sure though. And all of this white, this more opaque white that you see, a lot of like off to the sides, but kind of like coming in here, I'm very sure that is Georgie's White Cloud. Here's like a little bit of a close-up. It's not quite focusing. Unfortunately, I think because we put way too much glaze in here, we have some tiny, I kind of want to say that's crazing. I can't quite remember. Little like holes. There is like the slightest coating of glaze on top of them, but I think I'm gonna put this in my shop, but mark it down a little bit due to that. I don't know if I would really, I wouldn't really recommend this to eat off of because of these little like holes there. But it's great for like jewelry, putting down some like bracelets, rings. I mean, it's not like all that bad to like put food on here. It's just like in today's day and age, people wouldn't say that this is food safe. And then here's the back. We just got some clear glaze down there, and we have some clear glaze on the sides here also. So I mixed those glazes around, and they tend to fall down the rim and just stay in this well. So I coated it with clear glaze on top, and then off to the sides. So that's this one. Or maybe I don't know, put it over here or something. So we've got 2 more plates. This one is very similar, but it's a teensy bit different. There's something in here that appears to be kind of pink and purple. I'm not sure why. That might be, I do really like using Laguna's Nebula Blue, and I think Nebula Blue is in here. Definitely White Cloud. I use White Cloud all the time. And I want to say that this greenish color is Georgie's Pacific Blue, but I really am not sure. It's a little bit more green than I would expect. I'm not really sure what else I have that would be green. I really don't have very many like green glazes. I have textured turquoise, but that did not go in here. It is so finicky. I'm scared to use it. So yeah, so this is this dish. It's a little, like the center here kind of like bumped up for some reason. It's not too wobbly. I don't know. There's something about it that's a little off kilter. But it looks pretty cute. It's very interesting. I literally did not think that they were going to turn out like this. I was looking for a little bit more like not so speckly. They're very speckly, which is interesting. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, here's this dish. And then I do remember trying to do some different glazes for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if this did have a few different glazes than this one. But this one's definitely different because it has a more of a pink hue to it. I'm very sure that this one has white cloud, pink ice, and up here it's very subtle, but you can see some of the same speckles from the first dish, and I think that might be oatmeal in here too. So aren't these really interesting? These weird little plates. They really caught me by surprise, but like kind of good. I mean, it's not really something that I would purposely aim to do, like try to get this result, but it is really interesting and pretty neat. I might try to do this maybe with a few more and just, I don't know, just kind of like maybe not swirl them so much. Maybe just like have it and like pour them and try to get them to kind of like stay in the same spot or something. Or maybe if we didn't even use the white cloud is definitely what is making a lot of those speckles that you're seeing. I don't know. I like to do some more experiments with these, but generally I really like the colors and the kind of like pinched shape that they have, and they're really great size. Yeah, so there's that. All right, so that is what we have for actual pieces, and then the rest of what we have are test tiles. I don't know. I guess I'll show you the test tiles. I haven't even looked at them myself, so there's that. And I glazed these so long ago. I don't even know what is in here. So let me just try and grab some. There are a lot. So many. So here's just, I don't know, I'll just show you what I have. All of these are on possibly not the same clay. I have two clays that are very similar, extremely similar. It's very hard to tell the difference between them. So I'm just gonna say that they're on the same clay. So we have a few with peach. These look exactly the same, really, but they're not. So on the bottom, I like to put the glaze that is on the bottom, and then so under and over, just like what it says, and then with some underglaze, I'll mark where I put them. So one of them will be, let me see. One of them, I think this one will have, like, one side will be coated with them laying at the same spot. And then on the other side, the bottom glaze will go down a touch further than the other one. Just so I can kind of see how they move together. I don't think I remember to do that in this one because the bottom glaze is like, you can see it. I don't know. Let's just like, I don't know, maybe see what we have in here that might be interesting. Here's one. This has honey flux with textured turquoise under it. And this is my textured turquoise. It is super ugly, in my opinion. It has like flecks of red in here, and it's kind of like a very mossy green. And then sometimes has a touch of blue. I don't know if that part of that is from the combination, but this is the one that I got it because I thought it would make really great combinations, but you really have to use it in a very particular way. I think the coating of it has to be very thick or something. This one looks pretty cool. I really like this one. So this one is Honey Flecks over Nebula Blue. That's very pretty. It really brings out a bit more of the pink and purple in this like more dominantly like blue glaze. I like that. We'll have to... Actually, I think I might have something. I think I have a tiny vase in the shop right now that has that color, but didn't quite turn out like that. This one's pretty interesting. I don't like it, but it's interesting. Let's see if we can get to focus. Yeah, it has all these like red speckles in there. So this is abalone over honey flux. Huh. I'm surprised how like very orangey yellow it turns with the red. So that's very odd. Let's see what else we have in here. This is very subtle, but I really like it. This one is Honey Flux over White Cloud. I have a bunch of peachy pink combinations, but quite a few of them pretty much look the same. We have tutu pink over, so these ones have tutu pink over glazes, other glazes, but they really look the same. And then oatmeal's on top of this one. So this one's interesting. So this one, they have the same glazes, but on this one, the tutu pink is over, and then this one, it's under. But they nearly look the exact same. So, yeah, that's really interesting. That's why it's great to do test tiles to see how it's going to turn out in different combinations. Sometimes you really cannot like guess like how it's even going to look. I don't love these ones. What is this? So this is soft pink over Pacific Blue. Soft pink is a satin, but it's really not. So I'm having a lot of issues with soft pink. Here it is over White Cloud. Soft pink is, again, it's a satin, but I'm having a lot of issues with it. I think that might be a Georgie's glaze. It comes out extremely light. I think it's not quite coming out as pink as in person. And it's very thin, even though I generally try to put more coats of it on. So here, where it's over the blue, it is bringing in the satin aspect, but it's not very pink. It might have the most subtle bit of pink in the world. Like, it really looks like white. over it. It's also kind of making the blue like splotchy. I think that might be really hard to see. I'm not quite sure. So I don't know. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not all that interested in how the rest of these turned out. They're not that crazy. Okay, let me just try and grab a bunch without ruining them. I don't like this one, but it is interesting. Yeah. This is, I don't think this is something I would do. Honey Flux over abalone. It's really interesting that that turns out like so, okay, so these are the opposites. So they actually did turn out fairly similar. This one has the Honey Flux on top. And then this has the abalone on top. This one is a bit more, it's a slightly more like satin. What do we have? This one is really weird looking. This one's oatmeal over the White Cloud. I don't like it, but it's kind of cool in its own right. What else do we have? We've got, what is this? Soft pink over abalone. I don't know what is happening there. Something doesn't look right. I'm not sure. I think it's mostly the soft pink. Yeah, it's over the abalone. So abalone is actually, I thought it would be like a purple color. I think, I don't know, a lot of the test towels and stuff that I have using it, it's a very light, subtle cream. But this has the pink on top? Yeah. That, I don't know, it's so weird. I think in thicker coats, the abalone is supposed to be a pink purple. That's the color of it on the jar. For some reason, like this is more of the color that's on the jar for abalone, but I've never gotten it to be purple. I can't quite remember. I think it might have to be thicker or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. This is really weird. I don't know if I like it. I think it would be kind of cool to try and get like this look with it, but I'm kind of scared that it would ruin a piece and it would just turn out really weird. Like too weird. Like I have one that looks kind of like this. I can't quite remember, but like I'm not sure like which combinations it has, but you can see the brush strokes going horizontally and vertically, and it does like this weird like kind of like, I don't know, like plaid look, and I don't like it. What do we have here? This is really weird. We have pink ice over lilac matte. Huh. It's kind of weird that there's a lot of purple up here, but not really anywhere else. And then we have two like dots of like white. Pink ice will like have like a sheen of white over it usually. And it's a little bit more unpredictable. That's a Georgie's glaze. I'm kind of getting that out of Georgie's, is that they have unpredictable glazes. No offense to Georgie's, I love them, but I'm just saying the truth. I kind of am getting the feeling that some of them have issues. These are kind of weird. I don't... A lot of them just look kind of the same, really. We've got a couple more here. I don't know. I'm just kind of hoping to find something interesting that I like love, and it's not really happening. Oh, this one's weird. I don't know if I like it. It's definitely weird. So this one is Lilac Matte over Oatmeal. So it kind of has a satin look to it. And it's like kind of oatmeal, but then it has like a very subtle like sheen of like purple on top of it. I wonder how this would look if it was in a plate. Like it pooled. I wonder how that would look. This one's kind of pretty. This one is Pink Ice over Honey Flux. This has a very subtle pink sheen to it, along with like the usual like white that the Pink Ice will make, and then it's on top of that like nice honey color. I kind of like this one. We got some weirdos over here too, with a soft pink over Honey Flux. Again, some problems with the soft pink. The back is interesting, where it's like breaking for no apparent reason. Oh, this one's weird. See, the soft pink over abalone. Why do I have two of these? These are the same. Soft pink over the abalone. I don't know why I have two of the same. I must have just messed up. Yeah, you can see like the strokes and stuff. They're like sort of coming through. I don't know. Maybe that would be interesting to see on something. I might try that on something. Probably something very small to see how it turns out. And if you don't know, combinations can look different depending on if they're laying flat, like they're in a plate, versus if they're running down the side of something. So I don't know. I think maybe if I have like combinations that I love, I might try them on some plates in addition to like the test styles possibly. You just like make a plate and then just like dot it with some different combinations. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, this was definitely me, not the studio. I really don't care for my test towels all that much. And it definitely does stand, so at least it works. I don't know why, but I kind of low-key hate my test towels. Here we have some other things. This is soft pink again over oatmeal. It does look very pretty. I do like that. I don't like that it's matte. I think it's supposed to be a satin glaze. I don't think you can quite see the color on the screen either. It is so subtle with the soft pink. It really does live up to its name. That's for sure. What? Oh, this is weird. Wow. It's kind of pretty, but like, I think almost as pretty as it is, it's ugly. Okay, we've got oatmeal on top of lavender filigree. Like, it has this undertone of like brown down here, and then kind of sort of like an ambery brown going on in the background, but the rush of color that's falling down is really pretty. It has like white, maybe slight pink, purple, blue going on. I really expected this to run quite a bit, so that's why it only takes up half the test tile. Lavender filigree, I think, is the one that specifically says that it's going to run a lot. So I don't know. I do about half the test out to see how much it runs. This one is like, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to try and put this on something. Maybe we'll do a tiny vase to see how it turns out. I hate that brown though. The brown really ruins it. I'm not sure. Okay, we've just got a couple more here. So we've got so many of these that are like tutu pink, or actually this one's peach, but it really is very similar. I mean, it's not the same color, but because these are all combinations, it wouldn't be surprising if these were the same, like, the same combination. This one's, I don't really love it, but it is interesting. This one is abalone over oatmeal. That's basically all the test tiles. There's just so many of them that look like this. That's why I'm kind of not really showing all of them, because I don't know. It's basically like I've already seen how a lot of them look. These ones like basically look the same. And then I have even more that look just nearly the exact same in my drawer. So that's why I'm kind of not really showing all of them, is because I don't care. I don't care about how a lot of these look. They're all just the same to me, really. Except for some of the really weird ones. The surprises that we got. I mean, I already have one that looks like this. So it's kind of weird that... I don't know. I made these test tiles so long ago, and I carve out the names of them, like, obviously before I glaze them. So, I don't know, maybe I just got that weird one and I wanted to retest it. Well, we got a couple I love this one. And then maybe like this one. I love those. Most of them are just like, I'd say that's like the majority of them. Mostly because they're all the same. They're like the same looking. The peach and the tutu pink are really like overwhelming, the glazes that they're being combined with. Yeah. And then, yes, I don't know, same with this like lilac. Is this lilac? Yeah, lilac matte. A lot of these are, yeah, looking basically the same, really. Something I want to do also is, some of the glazes that I have are a little transparent, specifically the White Cloud and the Celadons. So the Pacific Blue, I just got Saguaro, which is another one by Amico. So some of those ones I'm really interested to put underglaze down and then coat it with a transparent glaze. There are a couple in my shop that I did that to. I did like some light pink underglazes and then I put White Cloud over it, and they look absolutely ugly. I hate how they look. I feel like if you went to my shop and you got to it, you would be like, oh yes, that one. I feel like you would just know, because they really do look quite different from the rest of the stuff that I have on there. I'm not sure if I should reduce the price, but I have them at the normal price they would be, because I feel like just because it's not my personal preference, it doesn't mean that someone else would like it. Let me know in the comments, like, what your thoughts are on that. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's just generally ugly to everybody across the board. I feel like, I don't know if you could really say that about anything, though, because, like, I don't know, everybody has, like, different tastes, though. I don't know. I'm going back and forth about this idea. I feel like there's probably no right or wrong answer to it, because I just think it's, like, something you could just, like, debate, you know? Like, you could just, like, go back and forth with it with different people. So, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see, like, if any of you guys have thoughts about that, or if you have a handmade shop where you have where you've kind of run into I don't know, just like pricing questions. You're like, and you've like kind of like been in the same place where I have. I'd like to hear that. I don't know if I really have answers for you. I have problems like pricing my work sometimes, and I'm always questioning it. I'm not sure if you would ever stop questioning how you're pricing your work. Maybe that's just being a handmade, artist is. I don't know. It's a dilemma that everybody is definitely, or a lot of people are facing. Yeah. Well, geez, we only have like 10 minutes. 9, really. I don't know. I think we should just like end the stream here, because I feel like it's gonna take me 5 minutes to like move all of this. And that's just kind of like, we're not really gonna have very much time. So I think I will just say goodbye, and I think I'll just see you guys later, and just kind of like, I think I'll just move some of these around for a good thumbnail photo for our YouTube. So, well, if you're watching on Twitch, thank you for joining in and checking out our stream. I hope you liked it. I hope you, I don't know, maybe learn something, or just kind of like enjoy like how these pieces turned out and all of that. So if you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow along so you know when I come on for a stream. Streams typically happen Monday through Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time. If there's a change in schedule, I'll try to put that in the banner before or like the day of, to let you guys know I won't be online. Sometimes I forget though. Next week we should be streaming every day. I don't right now I don't have anything that is changing that. So yeah. And then all of the videos will be uploaded to YouTube at Callie & Co. And actually, this video is the how do I say this? We're at our 101. Can you believe that? That is like crazy. You have like 100 other videos on the YouTube to go and check out if you want. And then somewhere in those videos, we are making these pieces. I have a tutorial on how I make these, this style of watercolor paint palettes. I have a few tutorials, but not many at the moment. I'm working on making more. And then I think we glazed these two pieces in the live stream. I can't remember if we made these during the live stream or not. Possibly. It's been so long since I actually made those. I did underglaze a portion of this in the live stream, and I'm pretty sure we built that Two, I know for sure this dog bowl was not built in the live stream, but I was kind of like fixing it. I might have been trimming it. That one was like so long ago. So you might have to look around if you want to see these pieces made. And we don't have a ton of glazing videos, but some of them might show up in a few. I was thinking about using the footage that I had for glazing in like separate videos for the YouTube. So those might be coming at some point. I was thinking about having them just like in the background. Yeah, so the YouTube also has a few other videos, including just like videos for general artists, things, you know, for any artist to check out. And then we also have like kind of like small handmade business topics. And like I said, I am hoping to add more videos to the YouTube other than the live stream. It just takes a while to actually make those ones, but they're coming. I have a lot of ideas for what I want to do, especially more ceramic tutorials. But yeah, well, I think that's what we're calling it for the day. I will see you guys on Monday. I don't normally stream over the weekend, but sometimes it happens. But otherwise, I'll see you on Monday. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.